Amri hadn't wanted to scavenge the edge of the old city, but the well was dry again, and the old stream beds of the high pastures were just trickles of muddy sludge. That meant everyone was on the hunt for water from worse places, no matter they'd have to boil it twice over before it was even safe to pour into the irrigation channels. No matter that any crops growing under that poison rain would taste like metal and turn your insides to runny butter. Better sick than starve, even though both killed. A hard year for the rabbit people, when even their patrons starved. They'd scratched their living on the slopes above the city since anyone could remember, and the years had swung between hard and harder. But right now the sun was a cruel nail in the sky, and the earth cracked and blew away on the hot wind. At the bottom of the well, when they'd let Amri down in the bucket, had been dust and small bones. Yet there was always somewhere to scavenge for water. The clawfoot pigeon people, who lived closer to the city on one side, had a great metal tank buried in the earth at the heart of their village that held a dozen years of rain, and sometimes they would trade. Remus had gone to them because his second wife was one of their daughters. In a hard year, everyone held on to what they had, but blood bought water, a truth that had become a saying over the years. And there was the sea, and days ago Halefoot had gone with a handcart of cans and bottles, heading down the river to the great salt expanse of it. Salt, but it could be boiled, enough of it saved to keep a few meagre gardens green. And every poison river fed into the sea, but the sea was vast, and the poison spread through it until you hardly got sick at all. Drink the river before it entered the city, and you'd be raving, vomiting, on your back with the shivers and seeing dead people. Drink it after it had coursed through that ravaged tangle of broken concrete and metal, plastic and tarmac, and you'd die. It took something as mighty as the sea to conquer the toxins and the heavy metals and the oily rainbow slick of it, and even then the sea struggled. The sea was full of tiny pieces of the old days, said old Emma, just like all water was. They built up inside you the more of the sea you drank. You got as old Emma, then parts of you just plain stopped working. You coughed all the time and pissed blood. Everyone knew she'd not see her 34th winter.